As unprepared as we normally are, we've taken it to a new level this week.
Hal, you're good with words. You know that, man?
I think the gym is dumb.
Did Rachel walk in the room? Of course I've eaten a Baconator.
Man, if you ain't doing CrossFit, you can get cross-buff.
You're right. A long burger's not the worst idea I've ever heard.
That's your sitcom right there as a Mr. Fix-It-All who just can't fix his heart.
We will not be defending Atlantic City.
No accounting for taste. If it's something that somebody loves, let's try and celebrate it instead of shitting on it.
Do you ever feel like money is just flying out of your account and you have no idea where it's going? Well, I know. It's all those subscriptions. So I used Rocket Money to help me find out what subscriptions I'm actually spending money on. It was eye-opening, and I had them cancel the ones I didn't want anymore. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/NAFT. That's rocketmoney.com/NAFT. rocketmoney.com/NAFT. This Valentine's Day, good things come in big packages at MeUndies. Get 20% off your first order plus free shipping at MeUndies.com/NAFT. That's MeUndies.com/NAFT for 20% off plus free shipping. MeUndies. Comfort from the outside in. Really, a lot of you have called in a staggering amount and left voicemails. I would say over a variety of things, covering subjects, just some complaints, and I think we're even going to revisit a few from like old episodes that we never aired. I guess like different subjects, but that's what we decided to do this week because we already did Valentine's Day, and that comes out before this, and that really took the wind out of old Shane's sails.
Okay. Let's try and
also, sorry about the Korean joke last week if you listened and you were offended. It's clearly not that bad.
How did it go?
Oh, I just said the joke was like that.
Shane Gillis is back on Saturday Night Live. You can make fun of Koreans.
Yeah. A Korean girl gave me a secret admirer Valentine when I was like 9, and that's when I stopped trusting Koreans. Because it was a joke that she put, so it wasn't that bad. Okay. Anyways,
she did you dirty.
It just hurts to know that people have seen me how they see me now my whole life. Like nothing happened, you know. I just
what an interesting thing to explore. Like racism's bad, but we don't look at the individuals that are responsible for somebody else being racist from the age of like 7. Like, oh, you don't.
Well, that would have been my father.
You're a representative. Yeah, you're a representative of so much that you don't even realize when you're that young.
Yeah, it's wild.
So really, it's the different races that make people racist. It's their fault.
Yeah. No. Well, let's talk about it.
I solved racism.
Yeah. All right, blue cheese or ranch? What's the first voicemail?
Just stop ruining cheese for me, man.
I'm not gonna ruin cheese for you. Nothing can ruin cheese.
Also, it's also blue cheese all the time. Blue cheese.
Blue cheese is over ranch.
Every time.
Yeah,
every time.
Yeah, I think we're
okay.
Wow, we're all in agreement on something.
That's
what's your favorite cheese?
You know what I really like? A Munster.
That's exactly. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You like a Munster?
Yeah. I like a Munster.
I can't recall it in the flavor profile right now. It's not my go-to.
Kind of a waxy, almost close to cheddar kind of thing, I think. But
okay.
A little more a good Munster, like Herman, can be very can even have a little smoke in it. I don't know. It'd be nice.
Ooh. Yeah. Make a grilled cheese with Munster. It's called Munster mash.
Yeah.
Yum.
I had a little turkey and Munster last night for dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little gobbly creepy.
Yeah, I got a little drunk and I woke up with red fingers. I was like, oh yeah, I had Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
That's not a bad midnight snack. You could have gone buck wild. You just had hot Cheetos and a nice turkey sandwich?
Yeah, it wasn't the worst.
Are you checking that off your list?
No, I forgot. I had an idea.
No more hot Cheetos. Or are you adding them to your grocery list because you finished them last night?
To list. I'm being
What? You just stopped to write something out right now.
Yeah, I'm preparing
You're not telling us what it is.
Yeah, I'm not telling you what I write on my wall. You got to come here and see it.
That's mystery. What if I was just like, Oh no. Oh my God. Oh. Anyway, had a pretty good sandwich last night. Can't.
Shouldn't you be getting a phone call right now about having your foundation repaired or whatever's going on?
It was from the bike shop, nerds. I had to get my forks serviced.
Oh, sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Charlene, favorite cheese, go.
I like a brie. I like a soft cheese.
Oof.
Ugh.
Wrong.
Wrong.
No.
No, I'm kidding.
right.
What? You like a brie? You go brie.
I like.
Yeah.
I don't mind a brie. It's not like if there's a selection, I'm not reaching for it. But if it's just brie hanging out, I'm like, oh damn, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean, it's
right
still
now.
cheese.
It
You know,
is
like
still cheese.
you
yeah.
like I'm still gonna if it's like on a table at a party, I'm gonna have some
Yeah.
brie.
Yeah.
But I never go
it's-
brie.
No, but it always just looks so runny. Like it's shaped like cheese, but then there's a slice of it, and it's all just like
It's got like a
It's-
mid melt kind of.
yeah, it's like spilling out. Like
That's
somebody
why I-
shouldn't be wearing a tube top.
Oh.
You know.
Yeah, it's
I
like
love
it's
it.
coagulated. It's like when you drop biscuit tins on the floor or something and it pops out.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
like
God.
the cheese, but it took a while for me to come around on the brie.
Hey, Coach
Your boy
Kyle,
right here.
is there a
Yeah,
right answer
yeah.
for this opinion of cheese?
Torres.
Yeah.
Torres,
Apparently.
yeah. There's no such thing as opinions. There's wrong answers and then what I tell you.
What would you tell me if I had to pick a cheese?
Roquefort, the stinkier, the better. Don't be a pussy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good. Now I know. Thank you, sir. I mean, Coach. I'm a cop.
I want cheese that smells and looks like the shower of this locker room after you degenerates lose another game for me. That's what I want the cheese to look and smell like. Why is it crunchy on the inside? I don't know.
Ew.
Coach Kyle.
Raise your hand like that one more time. I'll kick your ass myself. Be
Instead of-
assertive. You're a
instead of-
man. Are you an alpha or a beta?
I'm a
You had to
Torres.
think about it. You're a beta.
I was just going to ask.
Women are
instead of-
objects. Give me $1,000.
Instead of us losing a game for you, why don't you win one for us with leadership?
Whoa.
Well, you know, this whole Coach Kyle thing, it really just comes from insecurity, Torres. Yeah, once Evangeline left, you know, my wife, and she, I guess I just kind of put on a costume, you know. I guess I just didn't want to face it. I can't do that. I don't know what I'm doing right
I just
now.
want to know what kind of cheese to get, man.
What am I? Still Roquefort. That's not a joke. I love nasty, disgusting cheese.
You like?
Crunchy, blue, moldy bits in the middle.
Ugh.
I
Throw
love
it on
it.
top of some. What is it?
Yeah.
Like the smellier, honestly, really, the better it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nasty ass.
love
like
it.
Like the foot of a corpse.
Yeah.
Oh,
They say that wasn't me. They say that the mold in cheese is dying out and we're going to have a shortage of
good.
cheese that has mold in it.
Not in this fridge.
They also say that there's going to be a whiskey shortage at some point.
Well,
Why?
I think there was something to do with like the barrels they age them in. Like there's
Well,
they've
that's
over.
bourbon then.
oh, it's like a Kentucky.
Yeah, it might be.
'Cause
Yeah, but
yeah,
there's
because
some.
it's specifically American white oak.
Oh, were those trees too close to the book burnings?
Probably.
Probably what they used to set them on fire. Yeah.
Lost all. Yeah, well, we've been using them on account of
Yeah.
these Harry Potter.
This is a small batch Nikki Haley.
Oh no. Did you see that she got that in the primary in Nevada, one of the choices was none of these candidates, and that's what won.
That's
It
great.
was None of these
That's-
candidates versus Nikki Haley versus whoever else was on there.
Trump.
And
Was Trump on it?
no, because he got removed from that ballot. Or no,
Oh.
they forgot to turn their paperwork in. That's why he wasn't on that ballot.
That's so funny.
I know.
But none of this matters though, right?
No.
Mm-mm.
So
Let's see what does matter from a caller right after this word from DraftKings. MeUndies. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills. I needed this a lot. I've used this app several times. I have 1,000 subscription services, and I probably used 3 of them. Everything from gym services like ClassPass to other things like various streaming services I'm not allowed to mention in this ad for many reasons. But my point being, money is going out the door all the time, and I never know why. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has helped save its members an average of $720 a year, with over 500 million in canceled subscriptions. That is a lot. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/NAFT. That's rocketmoney.com/NAFT. rocketmoney.com/NAFT. And you heard that from the kitty cat, Jack.
at some point in our illustrious love lives, we've all asked our partner the same age-old question that guys have probably been asking for 1,000 years. Am I big? Well, MeUndies, oh, pirate panties. MeUndies doesn't know the actual answer to that or if your partner gave you the actual truth. This Valentine's Day, they can help you look huge with their contoured pouch and ball caddy. Every Valentine's Day needs a Valentine's night, and MeUndies is your perfect thirst trap to get the mood right. If I feel comfortable, talk about the contoured pouch and ball caddy. If I feel comfortable as hell, I like having my stuff fluffed up front and center. Hey, man, I got a bouquet. Don't just, what you got a bouquet of flowers. You're not just going to put it in a box. You're going to put it in a vase, you know? I've been told I have a perky dinger. Style for everyone from all black classics. That's what I call my junk. That's the name of the underpants. They're versatile. They've got unmatched comfort. The stuff you feel, it won't be matched. They're responsibly sourced. These underpants are made by angels. Problem-free philosophy. That's how I like to live. If you don't like them, it's on them. They'll take on the responsibility for it. I love them. I love them. I love stuffing my stuff in a little package out front. I like doing that. Like, we're waiting for the mail. We're waiting for the mailman. Yeah, there's patterns. But the cool features are that they just tuck all your stuff right under the heat lamp. Order up, you know. If we're done cooking, bring this out to the table. That's what the pouch does. Yeah, I would recommend to a friend. Shane, I'd say you wear them. You got a little perky dinger and a couple buddies. You got a little Gladys Knight and the Pips down there. Well, guess what? They're on the main stage tonight with MeUndies. This Valentine's Day, good things come in big packages at MeUndies. Get 20% off your first order, plus free shipping at MeUndies.com/NAFT. That's MeUndies. MEUNDIES.com/NAFT for 20% off plus free shipping. They want your junk in their cups. MeUndies, comfort from the outside in. That sounds like an ad for BetterHelp, but also it's for these underpants.
We're on our way. We're going to be big, Kyle. Huge.
Somebody who sells cheese, sponsor us. We want to get on this cheese shortage.
Yeah.
Hey, next time you buy cheese, offer code NAFT at checkout. Just at the grocery store for 20% off cheese. Just tell them Kyle and Shane sent you, and wait for savings on any kind of cheese.
You only get it on Limburger and liverwurst. That's the kind.
Liverwurst, not a cheese, but
I know it's not a cheese, but it sounds like something you would put Limburger on.
I
You
tried to make
specifically.
when Big Ass Sandwiches was a thing here in Portland. They let comedians make sandwiches. I tried to do liverwurst and Limburger. I tried to make the smelliest sandwich, and they're like, "We can't find some of this, and also it's gonna be a
Gross.
$40 sandwich if we find those ingredients," which is now par for the course. But
Oh my
True,
god, I
true,
forgot
true.
about Big Ass.
yeah,
Those guys are great.
They were awesome.
yeah.
Okay, so if we were going to get into some of our voicemails, we can do that. Do you remember the episode where the guy, his New Year's resolution was to drink more soup or to eat more soup?
Yes.
Okay, and
Did we have tech
insisted.
problems that episode? Because I think I remember.
Yeah, probably. What episode don't we?
His idea, yeah.
And we insisted that he give us a soup report, and he has dutifully called in with a soup
Oh
report.
god.
Oh
So,
hell yeah! I want to
Here
hear
we-
from this guy.
Here we
Yeah.
go. Here's the first one.
Oh.
Well, hello, boys. It's the soup guy. I figured I ought to get started early because you probably record like 10 of these things at a time, so
You fucking way
I'm
off there,
gonna
pal.
start eating soup. First review, I decided Manhattan clam chowder because you said it was so awful. And boy, were you guys right about that. I'm gonna...
Nice.
If you have any other soups you'd like me to avoid, that would be really great. I like clam chowder. I know that. Now, I've had that before. Regular New England clam chowder, great. This Manhattan shit, you're getting into it. You're like, okay, there's like carrots and celery and, I don't know, lentils, whatever.
Yeah.
You're like, it's a broth, it's tomato-y. It's tasty. Next thing you know, you bite into a piece of rubber that pops. And, needless to say, I did not finish that. So,
It's a hot bowl of sneeze.
Manhattan clam chowder, 1 out of 10, because I'll give it a 1, because technically it's food, and if you're dying of starvation, you could at least crack something open, and I don't know. But, anyway, thanks for answering my call. I really like you guys. Go watch Blue Eyed Mexican on YouTube and check out Trampoline in a Ditch. I don't know, Kyle has so many albums that I can't keep track of which one's the newest.
Me neither.
But yeah, anyway, have a great time. Also, I have a dog named Charlene.
Weird.
Lean, because she has 3 legs and she leans on you. I really love the podcast. I hope she got the rat out of her apartment. Meow. See you later, guys.
Nice. Can we have weekly soup calls
My
from this
man.
guy? Weekly soup reviews? I mean,
We can catch up, and then he can choose to call in, or I can save the remaining soup.
I think we can catch up.
reports.
I feel like this guy
I
might
think
be able
we
to
need
work us into a schedule.
I did,
Like, I don't know. I mean, this
Seinfeld
show
had
makes
the
no
soup
goddamn
Nazi.
sense half the time anyway, so why
No.
wouldn't we have a soup review?
Why can't we have the soup ally? If Seinfeld had a soup Nazi, we should have a soup ally.
Yep.
And that's who this guy is. He's going to tell us about soup. And the fact that he's going to keep going after starting with Manhattan clam chowder.
This guy's like,
Which-
this guy took Normandy Beach. It's a good guy here.
That's like you make that with a. I think you make that in a neti pot. I think that's how that stuff's made.
Ew. Ew. Here's the next soup review.
Oh, we're getting through all.
Oh,
All right.
hey guys, meow meow.
Hey.
It's Cody
All
from
right.
Utah. I'm the soup man. Can I have a theme song? Soup man.
That's where I was
Use a
going
spoon
with
or
it.
use your hands. Feed me. Hey, there you go. It's like a
That's where I was going with it.
shitty morning radio. Big news: beef and barley is the shit. Wow.
It's
I
this
know
year's
there's
hottest
carrots.
new soup.
I don't know if they're beans or is that barley? The little bits in it.
It's barley.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
Can we?
Wow.
Yeah, hold on.
I realize right now, like I sound.
I don't remember. Has this guy never had soup before? And
I
he's
don't
just
think-
now.
I don't
I
think
mean,
we
he's
got
starting
that background.
Way out of left field with Manhattan clam chowder and beef. Let's not act like beef and barley is the most common,
Really? I thought
if Soup
as
is a
far
book
as
of CDs,
can-
it's not Nevermind. It's not that album.
I thought
It's the
I
Scream
thought Beef and
soundtrack.
Barley is like a go-to can you'd grab on. Like, all right, I'm getting Soup.
No.
Like when Ewan McGregor is trying to sober up in Train Spotting. That's how
Uh-huh.
I'll buy Soup. Like, all right, I'm just getting 12 cans of soup.
Beef and barley, though? Like, I think
If I went back when I was eating meat, Beef and Barley was on the menu.
Yeah.
all the time? Like a frequent soup?
It was like with a chicken,
Yeah,
like a chicken noodle.
let's say
like
you
the
had
standards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be one of the standards.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
I agree.
And then we get wild with some of the other choices. Something with Italian in the name, maybe. Italian wedding soup? Who's getting married?
That's Italian wedding soup. It's gross.
Couple Dagos getting hitched. I get a nice soup out of it. Coach Kyle's all right with that. Women are objects. Get a prenup. Make
Now
sure you
he
get a
legally
prenup
owns
with
his
that
object.
Italian Get a prenup with that Italian wedding soup. How's the Italian wedding soup? I tell you, I hope they got a prenup. It was pretty bad.
Could
Sound
do a little
like a
breadsticking
psycho,
tonight.
A lot of step parents at that Italian wedding soup, but I don't think it's going to last.
Hey, is everybody here got to be named Michael?
Okay, here's the rest of his message.
Like,
Come on, soup man.
like I've never tried any soup, but
That's what I just
wow,
asked.
yeah, damn,
My man.
8.25 out of 10. I don't know. It blew my mind. Also, Kyle, 100% correct about Chuckarama. It is a staple in my family as far as birthdays go, and also my sister hates it, so that I definitely have to go for my birthday.
Oh.
Just, if you're in Utah, you gotta try it out. Number one. Best thing ever.
Yep.
Really great. All right. Meow, meow. Kiss, kiss. Bye-bye.
Soup,
Sorry
soup.
I'm so awkward at these.
You're doing
No,
great,
you're
buddy.
I
killing
honestly never expected that two of my favorite comedians would be like, hey, can you review soup for us?
You should have seen this coming, man, honestly.
Bill
our
Burr gonna
dearth
be
of
like, you should have a
content.
fucking pastrami. Man, go fuck yourself. Like, I don't know, man. This is wild. You guys are great. Have a good one.
How many do we have in the catalog? Thank you, by the way, Cody.
Thank you, Cody.
We have 4 more.
I think, honestly, I think Cody could be, not to, hey, no pun intended, souping up every episode.
I agree.
Yeah.
Keep them coming, Cody. I don't
Yeah.
want to.
That was super.
That's so bad. Do you want me to say?
I want to begrudgingly comic view that.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Coach Kyle is not happy.
He's physical comedying for the audio.
It was funny. Fuck. Coach liked it.
He- okay. Do we want
Let's take a little.
voice-
I've had enough soup for a little bit. Can we have an entree?
Yes. Just let me know if you want to go back to soup.
Oh, we're going back to soup.
Okay. Here's a topic suggestion.
Hey Kyle, Shane, and Charlene. Just want to say that I love the show. I love the weird opening. I love the whole kitty cat thing. I just wanted to say, maybe do a topic about Star Trek and Trekkies and stuff, Something different. Thanks again. Keep it up. I love the show. I listen to it at work. Bye.
Live long and prosper. Anyways, that's
a
Star
good-
Trek, right?
I think, yeah. Remember when Star Trek, that was like one of the first, at least for me, when you realized documentaries could be entertaining and not just something that you were shown in like science class.
Hold on. Do you think Star Trek is a documentary? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's real. Those guys, they found that footage,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why dads like it so much.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
So like this is educational.
That's right. Yeah.
No, the documentary Trekkies. I guess I should've led with that.
Is it like they can be entertaining as opposed to educational, or both?
Well,
yeah.
What like the first I remember it was American movie came out, and you're like, wait, so it's not a real movie. It's a documentary, but it's not supposed to be educational. Like I was so confused. I'm like, well, documentaries are nature shows that that substitutes show you in school. And then the one about Trekkies came out, and it was that whole world, and it was like that kind of like innocent era of documentaries that were empathetic towards these weirdos, and now everything is just now. And then they found her toes in
no, it's all murder now.
bag.
It used to be like interesting subculture stuff.
Yeah, and not mocking it, kind of showing it, kind of like a documentary is letting it be what it needs to be.
Yeah, they have this community. Like that kind of like is what it was showing at the end. Of the
and the one lady like went to like was a juror or something, but wore her Star Trek jersey. She's like, well, this represents like Star Trek represents some human ideals that I appreciate, and I should have those on display as a juror because this is presented. I was like, made a good argument. I mean, a fucking nerd, but good point.
It is. First of all, I like the new Star Trek movies. I think they're really entertaining, but I've never really watched the show, and it always kind of freaked me out. Like, just that opening shot of the SS Enterprise, which I guess was the second Star Trek, right?
I don't know why you think we would know that.
But I think like it was just adrift in the middle of space, and the vastness of it always freaked me out so much. I could never like ever like get over it. It just really scared the shit out of me.
With the ocean, it's thalassophobia, I think is the word. Like just afraid of an expanse.
Yeah, it really. Ugh.
But yeah, Star Trek, second to MASH as the quickest turned off television show I could come across on TV.
Yeah.
But my dad was always watching. It was so funny. My dad would like my mom would be watching soap operas. Like, this is so ridiculous. This is so cheesy and fake. And then go watch Star Trek in the other room.
I just like MASH. I know people say it was a comedy, but why was the music so goddamn sad in the open?
We talked about that. Yeah, it's called "Suicide is Painless." That's the name of the song. And it came on when you knew it was time to go to bed. It's like seeing the sun after a bender. You're like, well, I've been at this for too long.
Oh man,
shut it down.
Fuck
but Star Trek,
I would do an episode on Star Trek. Also, sorry,
you watched an episode?
No,
of Star
I would
Trek?
do an episode of our podcast on Star Trek.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I remember going to see the one where they had to like save whales or something. It was in the 80s. It was the movie, and we saw it in the theater. And like, I just remember Leonard Nimoy, like it was back when New York was the most dangerous place in the movies, like Crocodile Dundee. Whenever they're on the subway, there was always like a punk rocker with a boombox that was too loud. It's like, deal with it, pops. And then Leonard Nimoy gave him the Vulcan pinch, and everybody in the bus or the train was like, finally, somebody's standing up for us.
The greatest city in the world.
Yeah, but also there was a plot line where they had to save a whale, I think.
No, that sounds right.
I don't remember it, but
I haven't watched any of them, but that sounds right.
But we'll get
that's the only one I've seen.
We could do a Star Trek episode at some point, though. I'm sure some people would love to hear about that. Yeah. You know what I could use?
What's that?
A little snack. Do we have any soup?
We sure do. Hold on. Here it comes.
Soup Man here, Cody. I've tried 3 new soups, and it's only Wednesday. I'm putting in the work for you boys because I love you.
He sounds really full.
Tom Kha soup. It's Thai.
Tom Kha.
And it is
so good.
Dope.
What is this?
Tom Kha.
Damn.
It's my favorite.
It's like coconut, and it's kind of got some lime kind of zing to it.
Yep.
And I mean, Damn. Chicken, there's mushrooms, I think that's about it.
I've had this,
I've
yeah.
bit into a bay leaf, and that was gross. Apparently you're not supposed to eat
You're
those.
not supposed to eat the bay
And
leaves.
I only figured that out
No.
after I ate two.
I learned that
so
the hard way.
I'm learning. I'm learning about ingredients, and that. Yeah. So
I gotta ask.
I gotta say,
see, is this guy just going out and buying soup? Because I don't like as good as Tom Kha is. It doesn't seem like it'd be a great canned soup.
I'm thinking he got it from somewhere.
From a Thai
And also-
restaurant. Yeah.
From yeah. And also, kudos, man. The first time I encountered bay leaves, and I'm like, I can't even chew through this. You're like, you're not supposed to. And I'm like, why is it in the fucking food? It's like, I know not to eat bones,
Mhm.
and that's it. That's the only thing that's in a food that you're like, oh, don't eat that part. Because the
You eat
food's wrapped
parsley?
around the bones.
You eat the apple core?
You eat the banana peel?
You eat the cob?
It's not
Corn on the cob cob?
those are their own that's their own entities. But this is a recipe.
You eat the
Somebody
core of a
went and
pineapple?
took this other thing and put them. You took an ingredient from the world and put it in the food. Then you should be able to eat that food. If not, take that shit out before you serve it.
I take it out before I serve it, but it does
Thank
add a
you.
lot of flavor to the soup.
Then when it's done serving its duty,
I do take it out.
Oh, once
I take-
something's
now I
done being
fish through it
useful,
now.
you just throw it out, Kyle? Like
Oh.
America's seniors?
Oh,
and women once their bodies go.
Tom Kha. Okay, is there more on this?
oh yeah. Here we go.
the soups around the world, it's good shit. And I'm quite happy that I called in, I guess, and now I'm beholden to the soup gods. Check out Shane Torres on YouTube. He's got the Blue-Eyed Mexican on there, and he's on tour. His live shows
to me.
are Go Bananas Comedy Club in Cincinnati, Ohio, and Santa Ana, New Mexico at Quezadas Comedy Club. Keeping it spicy. You can catch Pal Kinane at the Carlton, Rochester, New York, at the end of January, and in February you can see him in Omaha, Nebraska. Funny Bone. Get your
I'll be
tickets
there,
now, because they're not going to promote them, so I will. Soup Man out, baby.
That's right. Soup. I think Soup Man should just start his own show.
No, we
I
need
want-
this.
I
Kyle,
wanna-
we need this heat.
I want a 10-minute podcast of this guy just, and I'm going to you're doing soups around the world. My man, Cody, you got to get to pho. You got ramen.
Mm.
I'd love to hear your opinion on gazpacho. Some people think it's
Ooh,
just,
yeah. Or
like
and if
eating
we want to
salsa.
get weird with it, if he gets through soups, latter half summer maybe when it's hot, you don't want soup. Maybe we get him
So-
into some salads, some different kinds of salads,
Love that
watermelon salad,
Oh,
fancy
okay.
Caesars. Like there's a lot of stuff out there we can do now with this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this journey, Cody.
Yeah, I know. It feels. I tell you this right now. If this takes off, it is going to be like a vulture hit. That's about where we'll land. It'll be like Cody's top 5 soups this week.
Yeah, we just want to check in with our man enjoying soup for the first time.
I love him.
Yep.
What a great place. I feel bad that he hasn't enjoyed these soups up to this point in his life, but what a wonderful journey to witness now.
And also, what a lot of fortitude because he started with Manhattan clam chowder.
Yeah.
Didn't like it. Then he came back strong with beef and barley in the second round.
Mhm.
Hardy, when Hardy.
Yeah, yeah. And then what was the third one? Tom
Tom Kha.
Kha. You
Kha.
can even stay in Thailand for a while. You got a Tom Yum.
Yep.
You got like a sweet and sour.
You got
Yep.
a Tom Takar. You got
You got a
a.
Tommy Takar.
I hope he plugs Tom on the next soup call.
Here's some more
Thank you.
topics.
Okay.
Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home. That's when they went to New York.
Oh yeah. There we go.
To save the Earth, they have to go back to 1980 San Francisco to snag some blue whales.
It's crazy. How to do at the box office.
Really great.
I mean, I saw it.
I remember it coming out. That's the only one I remember coming out.
Yeah, if I saw it in the theater, it did pretty good.
Yeah, okay.
Your
That's
boy,
fair. Yeah,
your
that's
boy
a,
ain't
that's
going
a
to the
fair
movies too
indicator.
often.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go see this one.
If I saw it in the theater, it did poorly. It really goes the other way. I think a lot of the time.
Here's some more topic suggestions.
Hey guys, Cody, the guy who always bothers Shane on Instagram, got a couple ideas.
Different
High
Cody.
school reunions, mosh pits, BDSM, winter, and like parody and spoof music and movies. Love the show. Love your guys' specials. Can't wait for Kyle's new one. Bye.
Hi, Cody. Different Cody.
Love Cody's.
This is the only podcast where all the listeners are named Cody. Anyways.
We got a demographic.
High school reunions would be good, even though I never went to one.
I did. I went to one.
Did you? Which year?
Yeah. It was odd because we missed our 10 year, so I think it must have been 20.
Okay. What was how was it?
I don't know.
I mean, I never went to one.
I'll be honest. I think I only went because I was happy with who I was at the time. Like, oh, I've done comedy and it's had some success. I didn't just fall off the face of the earth. So
you came to straddle.
I was
not like an asshole, but
not like or more just more. It was more of a self-esteem thing of like,
yeah.
Oh, if I wasn't happy with where I was in life, there's not a chance I would have gone to revisit the people that also reminded me I wasn't happy with where I was in life 20 years earlier.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Because I definitely could feel my own negativity rekindling, as opposed to like, oh no, I'm happy with who I am, so I'm gonna go and see where everybody else wound up because these people had a hand in shaping who I am as a person. You know?
I guess so. That's fair. Was there anybody you were thrilled to see that you hadn't thought about in years? Like, does something pop up? Shirley, did you go to a high school reunion?
No, I almost went to my 20th, and then when I was starting to figure out how to go to it, because I was living in a different state. I was probably living here, and so I had to travel on top of it, and it cost like so much money to go. It was like a couple $100 just to go, and there wasn't an open bar. So I was like, what am I paying $200 for?
Yeah.
If there's no open bar, like this doesn't make any sense. So I was like, forget it. I'm not going.
I didn't go.
I'm not going to go into debt to relive trauma.
No.
That's what therapy's for. Anyways, I know I never went to either of mine, but I can't remember which year it was. I think it was the 10 year. They were like, yeah, there's a 2-drink max at the bar. So this guy Trevor was just like, I'm renting a hotel room across the street. Like a ballroom. Like, who wants to come to that instead? And he just
that's perfect. That's what you want to do.
No, they canceled the reunion and everybody went to his thing.
Everyone needs a Trevor in their life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I think by the time my 10 year came around, the person who should have gotten it together wasn't really putting it together. So they did an 11 year. And 11 year, I remember I was living with a crazy dude, like dealing with a breakup and just like, yeah, I'm not going back home in this.
Yeah, no.
Now, what are you up to? I don't know. I live above a garage where a guy starts his motorcycle a half hour early every morning and drinks before he gets on that motorcycle every morning. And I'm a comedian. I kind of
feel like funerals are the substitute for high school reunions.
Well, speaking of, let's listen to this next voicemail.
Okay.
Oh my God! Please tell me it's
New Jersey, and I just want to say a topic that you could cover. Maybe you have trouble is a funeral. All right, then. Meow meow. Bye bye.
Okay.
Funerals.
Oh, we could do funerals.
We could. I mean, well, there's.
I don't know.
It's
That
honestly
might send old Shane down a dark path. He's gonna need Coach Kyle at full service that day.
I'm just gonna play clips from the Valentine's Day episode.
Bingo, bango, meano, meanie. But like I was saying, like I feel like I see people when I go home for a funeral now. You know, like that's kind of like
When you
Yeah.
get together. Yeah.
yeah, and I
Weirder
That's
place to
fine.
do shots at.
It used to be weddings.
Yeah.
Now it's funerals.
yeah, 'cause you don't go to divorces.
No.
But
Well,
that-
that's
well,
what we should talk about. You should. Yeah, that should be more of a party.
divorce.
I know.
Yeah.
There should be more parties for that.
You were like after your divorce, Charlene. Were you like thrilled and happy? Like, was it like
Yeah. Yes.
you were like, I'm cutting loose?
Yeah. And then I convinced a bunch of other people to get divorced too.
God,
That's
way
why
to go.
Helen's divorced.
Jesus, why don't you just
Oh, you
Yeah.
brought a bunch of
Yeah.
people down. You MLM'd
Yeah.
splitting up with your partner.
Yeah. I was like, you're not happy. Why are we putting up with this crap?
We could all split this lawyer 3 ways. It's like
Uh-huh.
it's like the trickle down therapy.
Jesus.
I'll ask him the questions you have for me, and I'll give you the answers.
Yeah.
Dude,
Buy me some dinner.
you get divorced so you'd salt the rest of the earth around you? Like, that's
Not everyone, just the people that probably should have gotten a divorce. And then they did.
I remember a friend who was getting a divorce, and it was, long overdue. And my other friend was he was just excited. It's like how you hear when somebody's sister's having a baby. It's like, oh, did you hear? He's getting a divorce. Like,
Oh,
we're
and everybody was
so
thrilled.
excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were that way, my buddy. You met him in Austin, Kyle.
Yeah.
He was with this woman for years off and on. It was insane. And I kept having to be nice to her, but she just was like so territorial over everything. And like the way she would manipulate him when he was like, I'm done. I'm really done this time. And I was like, I don't believe you because you keep doing this to yourself. And he goes, no,
Yeah.
she tried to make us be friends last week. And I said, I can't be friends with you. And then I like hugged him. I was like, I'm proud of you. You were like, look at you. You handled your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's probably dating her again by now. But when they break up, it's the happiest our friendship is.
Yeah, people you are when you get into a relationship can change.
Yeah.
Over time for some people.
Divorce would be a good subject, though.
Yeah.
I still want to talk about class reunions.
Okay.
Divorce is a good one. I mean, it's easy to defend divorce, I think.
Yeah.
Defending class reunions is a little tougher,
It is.
especially if you didn't like high school.
Yeah.
I was happy to not go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how a lot of people were. Yeah, the Facebook page for it was like, you don't realize the trauma that you put me in, and I would never come to see you guys. I'm like, why are you on the fucking high school page then?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sounds like you're kind of the person we thought you were in high school.
Hold on. Let me go. I'm like, oh yeah.
My
thespian.
mom
Never
prints-
mind.
My mom prints out what is being posted on the Facebook page for my high school and sends it to me, so I'm up to speed on what's going on the Facebook page.
That's so fucking funny.
What's the hot news?
It's always somebody's dead.
Yeah.
All right. Funniest thing you saw in high school, or that just comes to mind. We had "See You at the Pole." Do you know what that? You might have had that in the South, Charlene, which is like it was like religious kids praying around the American flag.
No.
It was like, like
Texas,
also
man.
illegal for the school to like make it.
Yeah.
say it's
Texas, dude, last free state in America.
Yeah, but-
Fucking psychos.
Yeah, but there was a coach named Coach Bowman, and they were all sitting there praying, and the tardy bell rang, and he just walked in the middle of the circle, and he just would go, "Let's go! Jesus doesn't want you to be late." I was like, that guy's a dick, but that one's funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
he would also like sling dodgeballs like 100 miles an hour at kids when he played. Like he would just whip them so fast at these kids.
Yeah.
God.
I'm only throwing them at the ones who I could tell whose parents don't hit them at home.
Yeah.
You gotta learn a little bit of pain.
Let's go. Jesus doesn't want you to be late. My friend McGuire laughed so loud at all of the church kids, like pointing and laughing when he said, sitting there in a fucking dropkick Murphy's hat and laughing his ass off. Oh God, he killed me. So funny.
I try to do it as a bit, and I can't recapture it because it's juvenile. But it's just about how it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's the most I've ever seen a group of people laugh at something together. There's this kid named Mario would just fart in class openly, and he would just say the name Grabowski afterwards. And he's not Grabowski, and nobody in our school was named Grabowski. And it made no sense. And he just Grabowski. And you watch people go from like laugh into like, all right, it's enough, it's gross, into losing their minds because it made no sense.
He was
and if it was if it was like
a genius.
If it was,
You're saying he's
if
a
it was
fucking
like
genius.
He would match the tone. If it was like boop, he'd be like Grabowski. And nobody knew what he was talking about. And I watched people almost vomit in class. I watched a teacher lose her shit at it once, where she's like, you have to stop. And like did that. And we're like, well, school's out for summer now. We saw you laugh at the Grabowski farts. We're not going to learn anything.
I can't believe you went to the high school in the suburbs of Chicago and there wasn't one guy named Grabowski.
that is there was a lot of close ones.
Yeah.
Is he saying Sitkowski? Is he saying no, it's nobody that goes here.
Grabowski.
That's awesome. Okay, here's another voicemail with a bunch of random topics.
Okay.
Hi, thank you guys all and gals too for making such a wonderful podcast. Love all y'all stand up, and don't know what is coming up next, but had a couple of question, thoughts, suggestions of who needs to be defended. Instagram influencers, Matt Rife, Jeff Bezos.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, Elon's the toughest, and that's why I put the others up top. I love how you changed my mind about the insane clubhouse. I can't believe I've said that. I'm 49. I'm a grown-ass man, and you have made me believe that I can also be down with the class. So, thank you. Keep doing what you're doing. Mwah. Bye.
That was great. Thanks,
Yum, yum.
man.
Thanks,
we should
Cody.
go to people more.
I don't know
probably,
if that's Cody.
Right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna call every caller Cody.
Yeah. Oh, we'll call them Codys.
That's
great.
what our fans are, Cody's.
Cody kitty cats.
Yeah, kitty cat Cody. Cody cat kitty.
Yeah, individuals are tough. And yeah, man, listen to some of those ICP beats. There's good jams.
What was the one you like where they go, fuck you?
That's how I know it. They're laughing in time with the circus song, and then they just say, fuck you.
I told you I did his podcast, right?
Yeah, wasn't he a sweetheart?
Yeah, it's real nice. Painted face in his house, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, it's when I do the 2 minutes to late night stuff, I didn't realize how long it takes to put on face paint. So they're like, all right, we just got to record as much as we can today because I'm not putting this makeup on every day.
I love
so Bezos,
That's
Elon, Matt Rife. What was the first thing you
Influencers.
said? It was Instagram influencers. Man, I did Whitney Cummings' podcast, and it was the clip is just, I don't know, it's just pot, but it's every ghoul commenting, 3 weeks old, just commenting lousy shit. But then seeing who, like, I'll still look. I'm like, all right, I'm like, oh, why do you have a blue check mark? You have 1 million followers.
Yeah.
And you're still commenting on something from 3 weeks ago. What's your life? Like, what is your life? Like, I do wonder about the waking up and how is me How do I capitalize on this as being a money engine, not a human being anymore?
It's
And that would be a very tough one for me to do.
Me too. My hat is off to you for being able to get in the comments. Like I can't. I just like completely avoid them.
You're smarter than me.
Maybe, but
or you're much more. You know how to preserve your. I had to stop. I had to figure out how to turn them off. I don't respond back, but it's just now because I didn't turn them off. That's like my entire feed. If I'm trying to see if somebody messaged me or something, it's the entire thing is comments on that one post, and they're just absolute either bots or just goblins that roam the earth.
There's not a ton. It is a thing of like it is what you put out there though too. You know, like I think you can. I mean, obviously there's going to be negative shit fucks every time, but there's some good Cody kitty cats in there too, leaving nice things.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, so it's like influencers that I saw still commenting.
Oh,
like, you have your million followers and you're still being like you're still on here.
Yeah, you're still.
But granted, now I'm admitting that I'm sitting there reading them and I'm not even saying anything, but I am reading them.
Yeah, so that's kind of the thing. Is like I'm afraid if I get involved, it'll be a pretty dark tunnel. So reading them,
never, ever. It's I want to be better. Ooh, influencers. Because when do they go? Like, when do they go from influencer into being like an actual somebody who does something? Like, if there's somebody who cooks, and that Shane Brendan was telling me that's his big thing now. He just watch like line cooks or any chefs from like top end restaurants to line cooks wearing GoPros on their chest making food.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're a cook or a chef or something, but if they get popular online, does that make them an influencer?
Something get
or they
made.
just
There's a skill set. You know, there's a skill set, and I know everyone is a cook now, kind of, but like someone's doing something well.
That's like everyone's
different.
Like
what Brendan is, what Shane is saying is. Like that's somebody who's got a skill who's also an influencer. And then there's some people who are influencers who I guess are just like basically personalities who don't have any particular skill.
Yeah,
typically being attractive.
Yeah, your looks got you through the door, and that's what's keeping you inside for now.
Me too.
I know. It's hard because people don't see that we're real people, you know?
Yeah, I know. But it's really hard to be super attractive in comedy. Ugh.
Yeah, we know.
A woman I dated said that to me.
Is she a comic?
Yes.
Or is she complimenting you?
I don't think she was complimenting
It's time we should talk about that time that you dated Joan Rivers.
Whatever. Best lay I've ever had. More like Bone Rivers. Gives as good as she gets.
Gross. Here's another
I just pull up
suggestion.
I just pulled apart my old debit card.
Nope, we're moving on.
Ladies, listeners, this
James Earl Jones
is Democracy on a Podcast. For years, I have been torn down and yelled at over my love for anime boobs. So I wish for you to discuss the merits, the love, the joy, the gentle warmth we can all feel by seeing anime and boobs together as one. I appreciate the time here, and I hope you have a good podcast.
Was that a villain from a Star Trek movie? Of all the things I could have thought he was leading up to with that voice and presentation, that's the last thing I was going to put on there.
Mm-hmm.
Charlene, did you kind of laugh like one of those girls? Where you're like,
I do not. That is not true.
I am shower.
Yeah.
Somebody also.
I mean, we can
message me about Somebody messaged me about the type of people that are like I guess they're called weebs.
Okay.
They're into anime, but they're into like they just have digital anime girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
Like they sleep with like body pillows.
Yep.
Shaped like anime characters and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, it would be tough.
I think we should try it. We here on No Accounting for Taste.
Gentlemen,
Oops, sorry.
ladies,
listeners.
Don't say sorry. You wanted to hear his voice. Charlene, that's the hottest voice you've heard.
Yeah.
Until he got to anime boobs. I'll say it for myself. That's the sexiest voice I've heard. And the fact that he's still got to look at cartoon tits. What is the rest of you looking like, my man?
Yeah, I would love to know. He's got a real Liev Schreiber type of thing going on tonally. He's a little Ray Donovan.
gentlemen, ladies, listeners.
Fellow countrymen. I'm going to follow this guy into war and he just wants to talk about
I know, he's like
boobs.
He's like Churchill without an English accent. You know, he's like
Oh my goodness. We got a bunch of calls on the reverse microwave.
No.
Nope.
I let that go. I didn't even put it in the spec. I let it go. Nobody liked it. And it turns out it was from Haggard. It got stuck in my head somewhere, so I let it go.
Okay.
It's from Haggard?
Yeah.
Merle Haggard sang about that?
No, the Bam Margera's movie Haggard. I think it got stuck in my head years ago, and then I was putting it in a joke as an idea.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I clipped it.
It's a freezer.
Well, here's a different suggestion.
Hey, Kyle, Shane, Charlene. It's Buffy calling from Central PA. Hope you guys are doing well.
Fluffy?
I've called several times about proposing you do an episode defending spam. Whether you've ignored my requests due to your fear and cowardice or ignorance, it matters not. Give the people what they want. Defend an episode. Make an episode. Geez, I'm getting heated. Make an episode where you defend spam. It's what we want. Thank you. Bye.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen. I think he's messaged me as well. It's what? There's nothing. It's not a whole episode worth, man. It's not bad.
It's like, hey, we can do it, but I'll say this: your tone is a little more unsettling than the fucking anime boob guy. Like how excited you are about this.
I'll sum it up right now. I think spam, it got knocked, and then it got its ironic comeback because everybody loved the blue shirt with the yellow spam letters on it. And then you're like, oh, what if we bought spam? And then you eat spam, and you're like, oh, it's just salty ham, which is, if you like ham, you're not going to be upset if it's salty outside of the Kids in the Hall sketch. Yeah, there's nothing, I don't think there's any big rally against spam right now.
No, but it definitely had it was looked upon in an unfavorable light as a potted meat.
Yeah, but then the Hawaiian culture and Asian culture made it their own, and it's become part of the cuisine. I don't think it's frowned on, man. I think
I hate it.
Well, now you're setting us back here, Charlene.
That's because I grew up eating it every Wednesday. Wednesday was
every
Sunday.
Wednesday.
My mom had Monday was hot
my mom
dogs
did
and
that.
mac
Tried
and
that for a
cheese. Yeah,
little bit too.
Every day was a different thing. Wednesday was.
She decided making a calendar for food and making the food was a bit much.
Oh,
eat it or don't, and then bread and water if you didn't want what she made.
Yeah.
What was that? What was the rest of the days?
So there was mac and cheese and with cut up hot dogs in it. There was American chop suey. There was
I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know that my mom would make chop suey. I'm like, you don't even know any Asian people. Where's this recipe from? It was just beef stew.
What is American chop suey?
It was beef. Ours was beef stew with water chestnuts in it. It was great. Don't get me wrong. It was very good.
Oh, ours was hamburger meat with spaghetti and ketchup.
I'd call that more of a bolognese.
Look, I don't know.
I call it more of a culinary murder.
I think it might have had onions in it. Can't
sounds
remember.
disgusting.
But the water chestnuts sound familiar, so there might have been water chestnuts in it too.
Yeah, this is
How are you going?
Stew.
How are you going? Hamburger meat. What'd you say? Ketchup and spaghetti noodles.
Yeah.
And then water chestnuts seem like a real jump.
That's what made it
for
Asian.
ingredients.
That's what made it chop suey.
That was everything
I don't
outside
think
of pulling your eyes back
didn't.
when you served it. Yeah, it was not traditional.
Yeah.
God, that's fucking insane.
I like that there's regions where you could just say what is this? It's chop suey, and you could serve whatever the fuck you want, and you're like,
yeah.
It's a
That's
goulash.
like saying
It's a stew.
That's like getting in a Fiat but having a BMW key ring and being like, it's a luxury vehicle now. Like, that's bananas.
I don't think everybody's like, ooh, chop suey, we're doing fine dining. I think it just describes I think it's another word for like a casserole type ensemble. I'm
Yeah,
just
but
wondering why Spam was the thing you disliked if you were going to eat hamburger meat and spaghetti and ketchup.
Well, I didn't say I liked that either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I actually just Googled it, and now this is reminding me it wasn't spaghetti noodles, it was macaroni noodles.
Well.
So that was like
good.
that was like chili mac kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But
Yeah.
Spam on its own could be a bit
You gotta
much,
add a
but
lot
it
of
was, like,
cheese to
mixed
that
in with
dish,
stuff.
though.
No, it wasn't mixed in with stuff. It was just fried. And sometimes if she ran out of Spam, then we'd have fried bologna.
I mean, I'll tell you this.
I don't mind
a fried bologna sandwich, right kind of shitty cheese on top.
Yeah.
Like American single craft or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Lands pretty good.
Well, I didn't say sandwich. It was just the bologna and a salad.
It's more of
or
a
something.
more of a fillet.
Yeah.
More of a bologna cutlet.
Yeah.
Did you ever
That's
do
how you know it's good Spam is that they don't have to put anything on top of it to dress it up.
Did you ever do English muffin pizzas?
No.
That was
I've done versions of it, like something similar, I'm sure.
That was one of the leaner meals we had. It was just an English muffin with tomato sauce and a slice of cheese on it.
Yep.
Oh my God.
My
mom would just make beans.
Sometimes I make beans.
I love
beans.
beans.
Are great source.
Well,
of
she would
fiber.
just like do like a crock pot of beans. Like she would get a ham hock and just that would be it. And it was like it was
baked beans.
good,
Like,
but it
baked
was like a
beans?
leaner. Have I ever made borracho beans for you? Cowboy beans?
I don't know. You made like that chili, that something on that boat trip.
Cowboy beans are fucking good.
Yeah, I make great ones too.
They're so
You
good.
made like that verde pork.
Oh, the
or
chile
something.
pork verde thing on the boat trip.
Yeah, that was good. I had to taste that.
Yeah, we had the no, I'll do cowboy beans sometimes. They're fantastic. You just like boil them in Mexican beer, add a lot of peppers and bacon. I mean, we could probably figure out something instead of the bacon for you, Kyle, but like, man, really fucking good. And you cook them for like 3 hours. It's more like a stew of it, actually, at that point.
But I hate it when I know I sound on brand, but I love a good pot of beans. I like my skill in the kitchen isn't there, but like, what are the ones like the I don't know, lima beans with like chopped jalapenos in them?
Oh, I don't know about that.
That's like it's in a can.
It's in a
just
can,
some
yeah.
It's a can of beans.
Oh, man.
Probably made by like Ortega or something.
Yeah, but
Or
then
like-
I would chop onions into it. I would make it a little more robust.
A little more robust.
Yeah.
Robusting out of these jeans, talking about all this good food we're having. Speaking of, Drake was robust in a nut yesterday. Did you guys see this?
What happened?
Drake got caught.
Oh,
Like-
where?
It's like on the internet. It was a leaked nude. I did the bonfire yesterday. They were talking about it.
Ew.
Yeah.
I did see a meme where it was just like Toby Keith died and here's Drake's dick. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was.
okay.
That's the 24-hour news cycle.
What
well,
if
we
that's
have
what he was beating off to?
Toby Keith. Yeah.
It's worth celebrating.
We have time for one more voicemail. What do you want it to be?
Aww. Oh.
I can't. Even when I'm looking at
Charlene,
regular
Charlene,
porn.
just go.
Even if there's regular
Big old
porn,
anime
and some of
boobs.
that comes on, I'm like, gross,
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah. Well, do you want a topic suggestion or more soup?
Let's save some of the soup. We can't just be giving the soup out
Willy-nilly.
We can add
Cody's
soup
doing-
to the rest of the weeks coming up.
Okay.
Yeah,
sure my
and,
man will call in.
and I'm looking forward to it. So if you're listening to this, I'm excited for your journey, Cody. And give us some of the locales. If this is a good review on the soup,
Yeah,
give people
plug
a
the
shout
business.
out if you're just out. I don't know where you're at exactly in Utah. But if it's, I don't know, if Salt Lake City, a little more metropolitan, maybe you're stuck out there in Provo. Not a lot of soups going on. People need to know.
Yeah. It does seem like the Mormons would be good at soup and business.
Casseroles, funeral potatoes.
Yum. Here's the
Dealer's
last-
choice, Charlene.
That's where I first learned about them at Chuckarama. I first learned about funeral potatoes.
Here's the last suggestion.
All right.
I think Kyle and Shane should do a episode where they have to defend ska. I know Kyle is a fan, so I think it'd be an interesting episode.
Well, Kyle.
That was our pilot
Pilot
episode
episode.
that we tried before we got it together like this.
We could bring Brendan back on.
Could get old Beaks back on it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
But
see him
yeah,
this
I have
week.
no problem. I still listen to it regularly.
I do
I
not.
still enjoy ska. Yeah, not regular, but like it's in the rotation.
We even had a professor on that episode. We
Yeah.
were very ambitious in the beginning of this podcast.
We
were.
did. We had a nice lady who went to Jamaica on vacation once when she was younger, and she made it her whole dissertation,
Academic career. Yeah.
which was wild.
Yeah.
I just
All right,
came
let's
back
have
with
some
a Bob-
soup.
I just came back with a Bob Marley T-shirt.
One time I was wearing a Bob Marley hoodie when I was bartending, and this guy just goes, "Do you like Bob Marley?" And I was just completely owned. Like, like he was such an asshole. Like, that was Tom Jones.
When I came back, I think I was a freshman in high school. I was wearing a Bob Marley T-shirt. Didn't know anything about marijuana. I was just like, I went to Jamaica, and this old deadhead dude, who I would know later in high school, but like this giant tie-dyed monster of a man who was just terrifying. But just came up and he's like, "Ah, cool shirt. So you party." And and when like people have done the joke, but when you don't know what that means, you're like, yeah, sure. He's like, yeah.
Well, my birthday's not till December, but I guess.
Yeah, but then he's like, "We'll party," and he said it like it was a threat. I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen with this guy. And I eventually wound up partying at his house. Many years later, I drank so much Jägermeister because he was with a bunch of metalheads, and I didn't want to look like lame in front of the metalheads. And I drank too much, and I tried to walk home, but I threw up and I fell in some bushes.
So
He also had a-
this episode
he-
has been
he
brought to you
also-
by One Love, the Bob Marley movie coming out this Valentine's Day.
Yeah. He also pulled up. When I was working at the gas station, middle of the day, he pulls up. He's like, "Oh, I didn't know you were working here." And then he's like out by the gas pumps and he's yelling into the little cashier place. He goes, "Kyle, check this out, man." He pulls a 357 out from under his seat. He's like, "Cool, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, but no, not like this."
Why? Oh man,
I don't know where he's at now. I hope he's well.
that would scare the
He's a-
shit out of me.
He's a fun dude.
He sounds awesome. Oh man, can we have
I
some
mean,
soup
and
before we go? I want a little
sounds-
more soup.
I would like soup. It's a little chilly out here. It's good soup weather.
One more.
What's soup? What's our soup?
Hey, just
are we
one
gonna
more
go?
bowl.
Not from a guy. No, don't trust me. That's you're
Are there any
spending all your
women that
money.
listen to this podcast?
There will be if we keep promising these soup reviews.
Yep. I agree with Kyle, honestly.
Fine. Had enough soup, I guess.
What soup would you get today? If you could have any soup today, what would you have?
I think I'm going ramen for dinner.
Nice.
Yeah. Little Rami for my Tommy.
Okay.
Why? How do I turn off these alerts?
Oh, that's your computer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Charlene, soup.
Okay. Here is one last voicemail that I have put exclamation marks next to and have no recollection of what it's about.
Okay.
Here we go.
Hey there, kitty cats. This is Jenny calling from Pennsylvania. I just got done listening to the dollar store episode, and y'all were off the rails. But here's the thing. I really liked it. Like a lot. I audibly laughed so hard that I scared my dog, and the one sharted a little bit. So that sucked. But anyway, I digress. I really think you guys should do 2 a week. And because, you have just unlimited free time, right? And do a themed one for No Accounting for Taste, but then do like a little half hour of just maybe shooting the shit. It was really good. I love you guys. I've listened to every single episode. You guys are incredible, and I hear you just dicking around. It was cool. I have no friends and I have no life, and it made me feel like I was part of something bigger than myself. So, yeah, that's all I got. Bye.
Bye.
Boy, if you like the dicking around
that
part,
poor Cody.
we got more in store for you. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
I
think
remember
we would
why
love to do
I.
another.
Sorry, I
another
remember
episode a
why
week, but
I
I think hoping it was good, hoping we could actually do it is the real issue.
Yeah, there's no way we're doing 2 a week. But I did think about it, like maybe she and other listeners would have ideas if we did a real Patreon, what they would like to see on said Patreon.
Yeah, keep talking about that. I
Yeah,
want it
but
to
we
just be
never
about soup.
do it.
That is, I have it on my goal. Like I'm slowly adding plans to my goals for the year,
Mm-hmm.
and the podcast is on there, and the Patreon is to make a suggested. I'm getting there. I know it's not my job, but I am trying to be proactive with it.
I know. I feel bad. I'm not. I was trying to learn Tuesday's Gone on guitar.
That's a good song, man.
That's what I was doing around here.
We can do some dick around episodes though. This is fun. When we go off the rails with
it's time to stop being so rigid with the format.
We stop acting like we're fucking Ken Burns over here, having to be incredibly accurate. Yeah,
Charlene, what soup are you gonna have today? That's really I wanted to get a soup.
Oh, what soup am I gonna have today? I'm gonna have.
If you have one,
I do actually have some soup in the cabinet ready to make. So I think I'm gonna go with potato leek.
Ooh,
That's
a good
underrated
soup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
underrated.
Thank you.
That would have been one of the wild choices. Beef barley would have just been in the cabinet, but then I'd be like, all right, these other 6 cans.
Yep.
You know what I love? Actually,
what's that?
Soups go. Ultimate baked potato soup is what they would call it. Like it's basically clam chowder but potatoes. Like,
yeah. Man, and I could make that because they throw bacon and everything, which of course, because it's great. But I could make that without the bacon.
Yummy.
I'm still trying to get through this.
I know where your head's at already, Kanane.
Yeah.
All right.
I do love tortilla soup. Okay, that's
we should wrap this up.
Yeah.
He's Kyle Kanane. You can find him at Kyle Kanane across the idiot across the idiot.
Yep. That was a little Freudian slip.
He's Kyle Kanane. You can find him at Kyle Kanane across the internet. Kyle, what are the dates you have coming up? 2 weeks from now. That's when this will air.
We got to check with Cody. Omaha, Nebraska, February 23rd and 24th. I'll be at the Omaha Funny Bone, which is nowhere near Omaha.
Oh.
The weekend after, I'll be at the Philadelphia Helium, which is in Philadelphia, so it's appropriately named.
Yep.
And that's what I got. I'm working forever.
Okay. You can catch me this week at the Des Moines Funny Bone, which is the Omaha Funny Bone of Iowa. And then
it is.
It's Shane Torres across the internet. Shane is a comedian.com for the website. And you can also catch me in Asheville at UOG, Greenville, South Carolina, rather, at Radio Room. I'll be at the Brea Improv in kind of Los Angeles, the 1st and 2nd. And Minneapolis at Acme Comedy Club, one of my favorite clubs in the world, March 6th through 9th. So come out and see me. Watch the new special, The Blue-Eyed Mexican. And I, this weekend, will be watching The Super Bowl.
Oh, no. Okay, let's clap.
All right. Bye, Cody Kitty Cats. We love you guys. Thank you for calling in and sharing. We're definitely going to do some of these as topics. You guys are the best. This has been All Things Comedy Production, even though we have not been updated on their website in about a year.
I don't know what they're really doing.
I know. They're getting the ads.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Then we're shooting them down.
Why does my hair look like Bill Murray at the end of Kingpin? Okay, guys, we'll talk to you later.
MeUndies.